Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yorkie Man here. Welcome back to another episode of this Sevilla save here on Football Manager 2021. And today we're going to be taking on Nice in the Euro Cup 2. Yes, Nice. The Euro Cup 2 has been drawn and there's some pretty decent sides in there, I've got to be honest. There isn't. That's me lying. We just got a bit of a rougher group compared to some of the others. There was two second-seeded sides that really you probably wouldn't have wanted in your group. One was Nice, one was Feyenoord. We got Nice, lo and behold. And then there was a third-seeded side that maybe you wouldn't have wanted. We got them as well, but we'll go through the group. We'll take a look at that. We're also going to go through the schedule and see what happened. First of all, though, if you haven't seen any of this series so far, or if you haven't seen the last episode, but it was the transfer window, make sure to go and take a look at that. We will go through the transfers a little bit in this one, as the window wasn't fully shut. It is now, but there wasn't much deals on our end. We were trying to save money. We've just basically cost the club a lot of money by not making it into the Champions League or the Europa League. We basically stepped down in European competitions season in, season out. And if you want to see how that happened, go back and watch them. And if you're going to like the video, make sure to smash that like button as well. If you're new around here, please hit the sub button. Let's see what's been going on off camera. So first of all, transfers. A future player coming in is a regen, Darwin Diaz. He was dirt cheap. I think it was like 1.2 million, and then we spread some over an amount of appearances, which will be really good for us. He just looks, I don't know, he looks pretty decent. I liked his work rate, his teamwork. They like him as well, do my staff, which they're pretty decent. We just went for him. He's professional as well. Why not? 6'2", he's got the height. This guy could be really good. At 16, he's got some decent, solid attributes. He could be a star in this club in the future. Also, with him being Uruguayan, I thought bring him in as soon as possible, because if he does become a star, I'd much prefer him not to be a non-EU player. I prefer for him to be around the club for a while so that he gets his nationality and we don't have to worry about non-EU when it comes to a youngster like that. Also, we need more players trained at the club for Champions League football. And yes, we definitely will get back to the Champions League, but this is the players out, and most of it were loans. Well, all of it was loans. There's not most of it. Peglo, Pozo, Victor Chust went out on loan as well. It turns out that there's about 18 players that left the club. Obviously, quite a handful of them are loan players, I'm assuming, and 7 came in. So we knew there was going to be a turnover because we had a bloated squad at the start of the save anyway. A lot of it was out on loan, but with us not having one of the big European competitions, I don't want to lose loads of money. So we kind of freshened stuff up. We freshened the squad up in hopes that this year will be a better season for us. And financially, we already know we rich. We are rich, boys. We've got money in the transfer budget as well. So if we do hit January and things are going well this season, fingers crossed, we can spend some money. We could bring some more players in, some players that are maybe more quality. I did look several times at Chukwueze, but I just couldn't do it. I couldn't register him. So until we move players out, I can't register him. And Alejandro Gomez, I couldn't register for Europe. So there's no point bringing in players right now unless we move players on, because I can't register anyone unless they're young enough. And then I'm not sure that counts on a signed player in Europe, because I'm pretty sure we had to register Barrenechea, although we didn't have to register Nico Serrano. So I don't know how it works. I'd have to look into that a little bit more. As we take a look at the schedule here, you can see we're having a pretty decent time of it, which is crazy because that's not normal for us at Sevilla. Certainly not at the start of the season, although there is plenty of time for this to go badly. As I said, I was going to bring you Bilbao, but I will bring you Nice. We got Falamacao in that group as well as Levski Sofia, and we'll see how we actually managed to make it into that group. After the 4-0 victory against Osasuna, I was feeling pretty good. 1-1 draw against Espanyol, not so good. They did score in the 84th and we scored straight back, which showed fight from the team. Last season, we probably would have lost that game, if I'm being 100% honest. So it was nice. Carlos Elena getting his first goal, or Carls. I'm pretty sure it used to be Carlos. Has he changed his name? I don't know. He then took on, I don't know why it's done this as well. Supposed to separate it by the month, but the game's just not playing today. It's not having it. What if I do this? There we go. That is better. We fixed it. That's exactly what everybody wanted to see. Atletico Madrid, we beat them 3-0. Don't ask me how. Don't know how. The team just turned up and they performed. And Atletico Madrid are a team that could quite easily challenge for the title this season. We beat them 3-0. Koundé, Naziri and Barrenechea with the goals. Barrenechea, I'm hoping, plays a much bigger part this season. We got Hajduk Split, as you know, in the Conference League playoff to get into the groups, which I didn't realise we were going to have to do that. And I didn't know much about the side, but after a 2-1 result in the first leg, 2 away goals though, but they scored. Benedeschi scoring for us, which we brought in for big moments, I guess, and Elena again with another goal. Moved us into the second leg where it was very close again, which was a little bit frustrating. It wasn't close. The scoreline looks close, and the end scoreline looks close. Of course it does. But in terms of performance, we were the powerhouse. We were sublime. There was 2 defensive mistakes. both Diego Carlos's, really, in my opinion anyway. That's how I saw it on the screen. So he came off in the end and Christensen came on. And we did. We won it 3-2, which was nice. Kunde with 2 and Naziri as well, getting himself a goal. He's done pretty well so far up top. They fought very well, and as you'd imagine, this is probably their main competition they want to make sure that they're in, but we managed to beat them. It's sandwiched in between that Celta Vigo again that I thought was going to be very difficult, and we beat them 4-0. We used a new formation that I'm doing a save over on Twitch. If you're not watching, we're doing it on Fridays. I do 12-hour streams at the moment because you guys keep smashing the goal. The Twitch link will be down below. We're doing Barcelona. I seem to like La Liga this year. After never being there, I've done several this year. So if you want to catch that, you want to catch me live, you want to come and hang out, feel free to do it. We're doing Barcelona. Now, I tried a formation that went pretty well, and I thought that would actually suit the players we've got at Sevilla. So now we have 2 formations that we're using this year, and this was the first time we used it. We've got a 4-0 victory. Thomas Delaney with a double, Rakitic with a pen, and Naziri with another goal. So he just keeps on racking up the goals, Naziri, this season, which is nice because I need him on form, because last year I don't think he was particularly good enough. An away day to Valencia, and 0-0 actually is a very good result, because 1, we were away, 2, we were at Valencia, who were third at the time, and definitely could have caused us a problem. Probably a game we would have lost last year. It's a game we played awfully in, I have to be honest. We did tweak the formation, actually. I ended up playing with the 2. We didn't play with this. We ended up playing with the 2 DMs. We restricted them to as little as possible on target. In that, we didn't create anything ourselves, which was frustrating because I felt like if we had done, we might have scored. But in the grand scheme of things, a draw away against Valencia, not a bad result. That leads us to the last game, and the game that I probably would have brought as a live com if we weren't playing Cartenga, who I've never heard of, and I have no idea how they're in La Liga, but well done to them and fair play to them, who we've just recently played. We beat them 3-1, but it wasn't easy. We dominated, as you saw like in the Hajduk split game, but they scored a goal, and it was a wonderful goal after Thomas Delaney's first. Then Naziri again shows up, and Nico Serrano gets his first goal for the club. He's not going to get max minutes this year, the 19-year-old, a little bit like Barrenechea, but I see these guys being the future of the club. Barrenechea and Nico Serrano could easily be the future of the club, and that's kind of the style of players we're looking for at the moment when we're searching. He's done very well out on this inside forward position of the tactic in the last game. It makes him kind of like the second attacker when we're on the offense. He does all right there. Usually, of course, it'd be Ocampos, and Barrenechea's done well there as well. But this is the formation, very simple. It's what we used with Barca. I kind of like simple. I've said it loads of times. We said it on the stream as well, because I tried to go all elaborate and loads of instructions with Barcelona, and I sucked. So we're sticking with simple. We still have the second tactic as well, though. We have used this. It's certainly better against bigger sides that are going to come at us and give us space. It's not so good against sides that aren't going to give us space. Of course, this gave us a 3-0 victory against Atletico Madrid. So it is good for that. But in this moment today against Nice, where I do believe we are the better team, we are going to go with this one and try and control the game a little bit and be on the front foot, especially considering we're at home as well. As full strength as you can get, really, for us. Delaney's having a wonderful time in this position. You saw there he's got a few goals already this season, so he's going to keep up. Baba Rahman's actually walked into the left-back position and kept it. So has Carvajal. I really do think we're stronger in positions. And Bernardeschi keeps getting rotation with Ronnie Lopez. Ronnie Lopez yet to really find unbelievable form, and Bernardeschi's had a good few games. I'm happy with him, but I want to keep fitness up for several players, so they will get rotated. We'll definitely see a lot more rotation this year with the Euro Cup 2 in terms of some of the games we play, but this one against Nice could be a very difficult one, and if they do play on the counter-attack, they've got Malayuda, players like that up top that can cause us a lot of problems. So it's a little bit of a worry for me, the way that they might play in this one. I am a little bit nervous because I do like their squad. Kasper Dolberg, Malayuda, and Amenguri. Wonderful players. All young, wonderful players. Not going to be easy. I mean, we could get at them at their back as well. They've still got a Tal, so they don't seem to have lost any of their real talent. And that's what makes them really good in this competition, is the fact that they're still stacked. They've still got all their talent and all their young talent and pace to get in behind. And that's the thing that worries me at the moment, is pace to get in behind. Now, we're going to go on key until I start to realise that things aren't going well, and then we'll change it. As then Naziri goes in straight away. That'd have been a lovely way to start the game. We will play on key because I want to keep these, I like to keep these videos fairly short and snappy. I don't like them to be really dragging on, because I could sit here and talk to you about Football Manager all day and about how my save's going and blah, blah, blah. But we do that on Twitch. So go on, Oscar. doesn't score it. We do that on Twitch. So this is a place really where we're highlighting, we're recapping, we're showing you what's going on with Sevilla as we try and build it into being this Spanish powerhouse. And all we've done so far is go backwards. Potentially, you could say that we've hit the crossbar there. We're really doing well from set pieces at the moment. Potentially, we've brought us backwards, but that's not what I like to hear from the media. I like to hear that we're doing a very good job here. I'm going to demand more from the boys because at the moment we're doing well. Ronnie Lopez is going to have to come on for an injured Barrenechea, which is a little bit frustrating. So this is very En-Nesyri. This is very short and simple, this kind of formation. Still utilises our short passing, but not too much short passing. I've really struggled with much shorter. And we do press a little bit, and if I'm not happy, we will up the pressing as they're going to get a corner now. And it'd be typical, wouldn't it, of us to have all these highlights and not score. We are on key, might I add, and it's been a game of set pieces so far. This one looks like it. I'm going to demand more again. The home game against them, I feel like we need to win. I certainly want to finish top of the group, because then you miss a round out, I believe, in this competition. I'll pump my fist. Yeah, if you finish top of the group, I think you miss a knockout stage, which would be great. I don't want more games this year. I certainly don't want more games this year. I'd like as little as possible. So that is the idea. I might drop to balance for a little bit, see if we just control the game a little bit more. We've always got the addition of going attacking. So far, I suppose so good. I don't know what I'm expecting from this one. Again, I think it's a hard game and we're fairly evenly matched. I would definitely say we've got more quality in the centre of the park. They've got a lot of quality going forward as Campos needs to score that. Benitez holds on to it, sorry. Campos needs to score goals this year or else we sell him. He's our star player, quote unquote. The staff believe that and the media believe that. Dahlberg's in. Go on, Anna. That's why you were signed. He's our star player. That is not good news about Carvajal, though, because he's been brilliant this season. Kunde will come on at right back. I was hoping to not have to play him today. But yeah, he's supposed to be our star player, and he's not really done it of recent now, has he? And he didn't do it the back end of last season. I think that really hurt us because he did it so well in the opening stages of the season. To not do it in the back end, it really did hurt us. We're going to press them more, I think. We're going to go extremely urgent. See if that just gives us a little bit more in this. We've not been great at getting them on target, but I'd say we dominated. Set pieces seems to be the goal in this one. Christensen's hit the crossbar twice now. Twice, and we've hit the post. So, that's frustrating. Kunde with a long throw. I need to remember that Kunde cannot do long throws. And that was a mistake. Guri now, very good dribbler of the ball, very quick. Our midfield needs to be quick onto him. This could be a good opportunity for Nice. We seem to have got back into position. Seem to have got back into position. I just saw Guri making a run there and panicked instantly. Yeah, we seem to have got back into position now, as I've said that 3 times. I'm trying to will it into existence that we're going to defend well there. Campos now on the ball. Something special from Campos. It's well held by Benitez. Make a change. I will bring off Nesyri and bring on Rafael Santos-Bor. And I might tell them not to run at them anymore. I might tell them not to run. Maybe try and move the ball about a bit quicker, pass the ball a bit quicker. If we're holding on to the ball too much, it probably doesn't help us. Again, we've dominated. We will go up to attacking right here at the end of the game and see if we can squeeze anything out of this match. But we can. What a damp squid that is for a live com. I really thought this was going to be a brilliant game. Both teams had okay XG. Both teams had great chances. Rakitic there, 12 key passes. I mean, I don't know how I replace that guy. I'm really worried. Carlos Elena maybe replaces him, but with 27 shots, 6 on target, the same amount on target as Nice, 2.40, hitting the crossbar twice. We're not going to come away with anything from this, but we're also not going to come away with a loss. So I suppose you have to look at it like that. The boys are still getting used to this formation. Campos apparently had a pretty decent match, so I'm not going to complain too much because, again, it's not a loss. I don't want to draw all the time. I don't want to become a draw specialist, but last year we'd have probably lost that game. Luckily for us, Carvajal's only a day. Bernardeschi's 2 to 3 weeks, so that does hurt us a little bit. Not too much, but it certainly hurts us a little bit. I would have preferred to have definitely not had him out. That's a little bit of a painful one for us there, to be honest with you. But I'm okay at the moment because we've not lost. We've not lost this season so far. We play Bilbao next. I will probably come back, potentially, for Barcelona and Real Madrid sandwiched in between Falamacao and then Nice. That's not a nice I mean, Falamacao we should handle fairly decently. But Betis, Barcelona, Real Madrid, Nice, that's not a nice running of games, but it is what it is. You have to play these teams at some point, and hopefully we can get ourselves in good form running into those matches. But anyway, boys, thank you very much for the support on this episode. Make sure to hit that sub button, smash the like button. I will see you in the next one. Things seem to be going very well here for Sevilla at the moment. Let's actually check out where we are in the league table. You can see there we're third. Again, it's extremely close there this season again. Real Valladolid are up there. It's just madness. It seems to be so tight every season, no matter what teams are up there. Levski Sofia beat Falamacao, so they're who we play next in the Conference League. That could be an interesting one. Take care. I will see you in the next one.